Lightning, throw thunder in jail. That's bad. Only last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean, I make medicine sick.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Moses Itauma, Martin Bakole. Get this. According to this particular video, shout out to Box Nation, okay? You see the caption here. It is Moses Itauma that stated, I think that Bakole has looked like trash. Ouch. Let me counterpunch. He ain't lying.
He ain't lying.
I mean, Martin Bakole, bro, we talk about Tyson Fury and how he should be in shape and, you know, Zhilei Zhang, how, you know, Zhilei Zhang gasses out and shit like that. But, you know, I don't think we should really, I think people should understand what's expected of a fighter at a certain level. And Martin Bakole, despite all the trash talk and all the moral laws he's broken, talking about shit that happened in sparring with Usyk and Daniel and Joshua and Fury and all of these guys that he's mentioned this to, which, you know, it's an unspoken rule. Like, hey, whatever goes on in sparring is really supposed to stay there, Nigel Benn. Right? So, you know, that's the unspoken rule. And we've heard him talk this shit for like 3 years. I mean, he's been saying these things since like 2002, maybe. I think he started his smear campaign on who he beat up in sparring, right? And then he gets the opportunity, thanks to His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh, to fight unbeaten American fighter Jared Anderson. And he showed people, oh man, he is, you know, supposedly the real deal. And then he was set to fight Efe Ajagba, which, to speak on that a minute, Efe Ajagba and him were going to fight, which they've already fought. They fought, what was it, earlier this month? And I think Efe beat Martin Bakole, I think maybe 8 rounds to 4 or 7 rounds to 5. You know what I mean? You know, we could give it 8 rounds to 4. And he jumped in there and fought Joseph Parker, short notice. But he came in at like 315 pounds, big as hell, 30 pounds, 31 pounds heavier than he was when he fought Jared Anderson. So this cat went into the Congo and put on 30 pounds. Now, the problem was, if he was supposed to be preparing for Efe Ajagba, it showed you how much or how little respect he had because he wasn't even training yet. He was sitting on his ass on the couch, just getting fat and looking at, you know, blueprints of a mall that he was trying to build. So he wasn't even training. But let him tell it. He was somewhere all the time in a boxing gym. You know, him and Billy Nelson, they were all, he's in shape. No, he wasn't. And then once they saw him, they're like, oh, look at this guy. Look at this fat boy here. You know what I mean? So that being said, it was like, okay, well, you know, he wasn't in shape at all. He wasn't training at all. You know what I mean? Now that was the narrative. Oh, well, we didn't have time, it was short notice, blah, blah, blah. But you supposed to already been training for a fight that you signed a fight to fight, right? So it's like, okay, well, you got beat then you fight Efe Ajagba, and I think you get beat then. Yes, he looked like trash. Saying all that to say this. Yes, he did. You know, and it just shows you that, like, you know, hey, Moses Itauma is saying this about Martin Bakole and his performance. Based on the performance, that's why I think it's giving him and his handlers, which I got another video to go on, them making a possible or potential fight with Martin Bakole. Why? Because he looked like trash. If he looks good, if he knocked out Joseph Parker, if he knocked out Efe Ajagba and he was doing that, you wouldn't hear anything expected from Moses Itauma. Moses Itauma is that up-and-coming guy that, sure, he wants a name for himself, but I do feel that they are pressuring this man. But again, that's another video. However, it doesn't take the fact that Moses is absolutely right. Martin Bakole looked like trash. Nah, sure, a lot of it was cap. He could have said it in a nicer way, but screw it. Sometimes you got to say it how you feel it. And Moses Itauma said it how he felt it. Dude, you look like trash. You look like trash. I mean, even when he fought Efe Ajagba, he struggled. You can tell he gassed out. He pulled a damn near a Zili Zhang. Martin, Andy Ruiz, Bakole. That's a reason why he said that, because he's underachieving. He didn't come in shape. He went home and ate. He got fat. Then he showed up and didn't show out. That's what we seen. We seen him getting mad at Efe Ajagba because Efe Ajagba spot, 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 spot. Just jabbing, boxing him like he knew how to do, using his attributes. He's using his height. He's using his speed. He's using that reach. And Martin Bakole was getting mad at him. Well, come on, man. Fight me, man. Yeah, he is. He's boxing you. It's boxing. Sometime in boxing, fights break out. But in the case of Efe Ajagba did a great job. And the only time that Martin Bakole had a chance, rallied here and there, was when Efe got on the ropes. I guess he thought he was Muhammad Ali, and that was George Foreman. And none of them are anything like those guys, right? So, you know, that was the only time we seen Martin Bakole do something impactful in that fight. Period. But besides that, yeah, he looked very fat. He looked very underachieving. He didn't look like he was in shape. And there's no real excuse why Efe Ajagba came in that fight. Moses came in the Efe Ajagba fight like that. There's no reason for him to do that. There's no excuse. Because what he should have learned, I shouldn't be walking around like this, because you never know when fights like that may come, or opportunities like that may come, and I want to be ready, so I don't have to get ready. I want to already be ready. You know what I mean? So he knew he had a fight with Efe Ajagba, and he still came in gasping for breath, gassing out like Zili Zhang. That's what you had in a nutshell. So, you know, yeah, he looked like trash, and, you know, he should be talked about, because Martin Bakole, you know, according to Billy Nelson, his trainer / manager or whatever, state that, hey, he's going to go on a diet as he likes it or not. Like, he's going to press buttons and pull strings now, and, you know what I mean, and pull rank. But at the same time, where the fuck were you after the Parker fight? Why didn't you do that then? So, you know what I'm saying? You should have learned from certain things and did certain things before they happened. So it's either they underestimated Efe Ajagba, or they just didn't come in ready like they supposed to, or both. But Moses Itauma, he's talking big shit because it makes sense, and it's giving him confidence. Again, people, he's getting confident. Like, you know what? I can beat his fat ass up. I can beat up Bakole. I could beat the hell out of Bakole. You know what I mean? He looked like trash. So people are doing what? Losing respect for Martin Bakole. That's it, really. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Shots fired. Counterpunch from Moses Itauma. You guys tell me what you think of Moses Itauma talking smack, saying Martin Bakole looks like trash. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.